Hi everyone, it's SamSpedy, aka Mama Ojo, aka Ojo, aka Papa Ojo, and this is Citizen Digital.
Bombasti, are you okay? Yeah! What have you done?
In my tradition, every time when we see lion, we throw something at it.
But this is not a lion. This is a television, and you know that.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, the meanest thing someone has said is, obviously, I'm not funny. I should find something else to do. Well, I would say, there should not be, I don't think competition is healthy. I feel like people should just, create their craft how it comes, like, don't do your thing because you're looking up to, or you're trying to be better than someone else. Just try to be creative in your own lane, be in your own lane, and try to copy someone else, because that's a very big problem that people do. They try to copy someone else and they don't really flow with that because that's not their line. So, find your line, find your niche, and, just focus on it, and definitely you grow. Well, I'm not going to say I'm struggling with it, but I have a lot of not really heavy query about it, but it's the fact that I studied medicine and I'm not practicing. So a lot of people are always, taking me on on and on with that same, topic. You studied medicine. Why have you not practiced? So I'm not struggling with it, but I am trying to create time for when I can, put comedy in a post. Not completely, because I'm going to train people to continue the comedic African culture and then focus on medicine at some particular point in life. My parents especially didn't know that comedy can be productive and it can turn to a career, because they felt like the only career an African child should have is either medicine, engineering, law, and this top careers. But when I started comedy, it wasn't really financially, it wasn't really productive, and it wasn't really that good. But along the line, especially now where I am, I don't think I can't remember the last time my parents actually reinforced medicine, because they are seeing how productive and how financially good it is.
100 women, but I don't love any of them. What? But you saying I love you to another man? Ha!
So you are trying to turn this around?
I am not turning anything around. I am only stating the obvious.
Anyway, because for now I'm new here, I know with time I'll be able to see, a lot of things. But there's something good I like about Kenya that, of course, I know is lacking in my country, is the organization. Kenya is really organized, and I'm speaking for Nairobi, and that is something. It's weird to me actually, because I felt like maybe it wouldn't be that organized, but to my weirdest surprise, it's totally organized. Everything's working fine here, and I like it. Well, Flacco and I first, we do the same kind of content, and I have not really familiarized myself with a lot of Kenyan content creators, but I would say since we're Africans, we make the same content, and I don't think, the only thing I feel is different from Kenyan and Nigeria, I think, is maybe the music aspect, but content creating is more like the same. I think is it Otile Brown something? Something Brown, yes. And I figured that Kenyan music and artists usually sing more in the language Swahili, and we do that too, but we kind of mix it with English. so that I think many people can, at least understand one or two lines in the music compared to Kenyan music that most of them are like all through Swahili or other languages. Growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. I've always loved the plane. I'll tune into every station I see anything that has to do with aeroplane, and then just watch, think about how I'm going to be a pilot or an aeronautic engineer. I was just, into the aeroplane world. And right now, of course, I'm not even close to anything that has to do with plane, so it's different. A little bit of Ojo's character I portrayed when I was younger, because I was the kind of kid that would just see something random and try to open it up to see what's inside and what's making that stuff function, and afterwards I won't be able to fix it back, so it's going to be condemned and I'll get punished for that. But Mama Ojo, I'll say my dad has a little bit of Mama Ojo's character because he's a strict one. My dad is a strict one. He doesn't even care if you're 30, he's still going to discipline you. Like as I am right now, my dad can discipline me if I misbehave. And then my mom is the calm one. It's like my Papa Ojo, she's the calm one. But if there's need, she's going to put fire in any situation you find yourself in. Any situation the kids find themselves in.
Tell me how a jobless boy like you chanced upon $100,000. Daddy, I saw it in the waste bin. When I went to dump the trash, I found this briefcase, and when I opened it, I saw the money.
You're a very big liar.
Mama, I'm not lying. What are the chances of that happening, Ojo? I swear, Daddy, I even waited for 3 days before I started spending the money, in case anyone came to ask. So you have been spending the money. How much is left? $5,000. Yeah!
Well, I'm currently investing, so I have no room to waste money at the moment, because I used to be the kind of kid that would keep the money in the bank just to make myself feel like, oh, I'm doing well for myself. Until my dad told me, stop keeping your money in the bank because you're not doing anything well for yourself, because the money you're keeping in the bank today might not be the same money that will be tomorrow. So instead of helping the bank pay their debts or do whatever, invest with your money. So I spend a lot of my money investing at this moment. But if I'll say I'm spending something outside investment, I'll say it's on my clothes and shoes, because I love dressing well. Okay, compared to when I first started, because then I was shooting shorter videos, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Now I try to make them as long as 20 minutes because I know that's what the fans want. So a video of 20 minutes with 3 characters included would take 2 days if it's just me and like just the 3 of us. But I like to feature other people to spice up the whole video, and it takes 3 days because of the extra feature, because I use the whole day to make sure that the feature is like the person I'm featuring is giving the best expression, giving the best acting possible. And then afterwards, after taking 3 days, for example, 2 to 3 days to shoot, then edit takes another 2 to 3 days. But most times I try to push for 2 days to edit the video. So 5 days in general is what it takes to make a video. Well, I don't think even Dangote, the richest man in Africa, is still hustling for money. He's successful, but he still wants to get better. So I don't feel I don't think I'm at that point where I should maybe relax and feel like, oh yes, I've achieved something. I'm the #1 content creator being watched in Kenya. So I still try to push. I might be successful, but I want to even be more successful. I want to reach the peak. I just want to keep going. Well, people say Nigerians are loud. Like, we like to live the loud lifestyle. We want people to, see that yes, a Nigerian has passed. But it's not all Nigerians actually, because some of us, like me, I like to live on the low. I like to keep my lifestyle, really calm, because I don't like trouble. I'm not an introvert, by the way, but when I'm out, I try to make sure that I only let what I want people to see. I let them see what I want them to see. So Nigerians can be loud, but they're not all, obviously. And also, most people think Nigerians are, Nigerians, they call it con man here in Kenya. But I think they're common everywhere in the world. And it's not like, there's no one, you don't see any Nigerian and automatically think that, oh, this person is a con man. Some people actually work hard for their money. Like, they work day and night, they sweat for their money. So it could be common, but not every Nigerian is a con man. Although she has a child now, and it hurts a lot, but I'll still go on the date with her. It's Rihanna. Yeah. Yes, it's Rihanna. Well, I mean, they are so weird. Sometimes I get maybe some explicit kind of DM and maybe photos, but I just leave them there and ignore, because that's what I do. Like, why should I? If I ignore, I'm giving room for attention and giving room for communication. So I just ignore the explicit words and maybe pictures. First, I need to let them know that they are loved. I love them, and I'm grateful for their love and support. But it has to end there, because I do not want to implicate myself. I do not want to get into trouble. So after being grateful, I just withdraw myself from the situation, from them, for example. Yes. Well, I love them so much. Like, being the number one country that watch my content, it's a blessing, and I do not take that for granted. I love Kenyans so much with my whole heart, and that is why I had to go and learn the Swahili word naipenda Kenya, nawapenda watu wa Kenya, because I mean it, and it's deep down from my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Sit down there. I don't want to sit down. I said, sit down. I said no. Look, if you both try to touch me, I'll call grandma and she'll be back right away. And you both will be in a very big problem.
Kola!
Oh my days, you know more worry to your love.
Your account is too low for this call. Dial *904 * airtime amount # to buy airtime.